Niels, we can get started. Thank you once again for joining our Leading European Union Residence Program series. Today, we're going to be speaking about Portugal, Latvia, and Greece. Welcome.
Hello and welcome to everybody, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Niels Kalns. I'm head of Latvian office, and I will represent today's Latvia program. And I'm delighted to be joined by my beautiful colleagues, Emi Silva, the head of Portugal office, and Elpida Teodoraki, the senior relationship manager from our office in Greece. And today we'll try to cover three different European residence programs, and it will be as follows: Portugal Golden Visa, Latvia Residence Program, and Greece Residence Program. And at the beginning, I will give you a short introduction to Hellenic Partners company, and after all three presentation of programs, we will have a Q&A session as well. So I believe we can start now. Hellenic Partners is a global leader in citizenship by investment and residence by investment field of expertise. And each year we have 100 of individuals who choose to rely on our expertise and our skills. And we do also governmental advisory as well. So if you study deeper different residence and citizenship programs, you'll see that Hellenic Partners experts were involved in creating or improving of various programs. And we have also highly qualified professionals and really a worldwide team. Our experience is more than 25 years for now. And in fact, we can speak that the concept of citizenship by investment was created by HNP in 1990s. Here you can see our global presence. We have over 60 offices worldwide. What is important to underline, we have offices in all countries where which program we offer. And surely, as you know already now, we have offices in Portugal, Greece, and Latvia. And we are really engaged with local state authorities, real estate partners, and various different service providers. And that allows us to provide you an excellent service and to get best what you can get out of the program and out of the countries which you choose. Currently, Hellenic Partners is offering more than 40 different residence and citizenship programs. Today, our focus, as we already mentioned, are European residence programs. But as you can see from this slide, there are various citizenship and residence programs in Americas, Caribbean islands, Middle East, Africa, Oceania, and also Asia. But as we mentioned, I think we can move now to the main topic of today's discussion, and I'm happy to pass the word to Emi, my colleague from Portugal.
Great, thank you, Niels. Olá, bom dia, boa tarde. My name is Emi. I'm the program manager of the Portugal office, and it's a real pleasure to speak to you about the Portugal and its Golden Visa program, also officially known as the Golden Residence Permit Program. I would like to provide you an update on this highly regarded residence by investment program. The Portugal Golden Visa is a residence by investment program that grants non-EU citizens the right to live, work, and study in Portugal in exchange for a qualifying investment. It was launched in 2012 to attract foreign investors and has become one of the most popular residence programs in Europe. Portugal's Golden Visa is a great option for investors who want European residency, financial security, and better lifestyle for their family. Portugal is a beautiful country with a mix of history, nature, modern life. It is in Western Europe, next to Spain, Atlantic Ocean. People love Portugal for its sunny weather, friendly locals, relaxed way of life. Portugal's economy is strong in tourism, technology, agriculture, and wine production. The country is famous for its port wine, olive oil, cork exports. As you know, or not, Portugal is the world's largest cork producer. In recent years, it's also become a hub for startups and digital nomads, thanks to the affordable living costs and the great quality of life. With steady growth, a strong focus on sustainability, and a thriving tourism industry, Portugal continues to be a great place to live, work, and invest. The Golden Visa key benefits. It's not just a residence program, it's packed with incredible advantages. That's the reason why it's one of the best in the world. You can live, work and study in one of the safest and most beautiful countries with top-notch healthcare and education. With a card, you'll have access to your visa-free 27 Schengen countries, making travel across Europe easier. The minimum stay requirement is 7 days a year or 14 days in 2 years. Your card will now be valid for 2 years. The first card is valid for 2 years. So you only need to spend 14 days. So it's perfect for those who don't want to relocate full time. After 5 years, you can apply for Portuguese citizenship and get a powerful European passport without having to actually live in Portugal permanently. Bring your whole family, your spouse, your children, dependent parents, and same gender partners can also be included in your application. If you're looking for universities, tech programs, international schools for your children, Portugal also has you covered with top schools, hands-on learning, and global options. There's something for everyone. Portugal is known for its sunny weather, delicious food, culture, and cost of living. The Portugal Golden Visa is also a gateway to financial freedom, better lifestyle for you and your family. So the citizenship, this is the big point here that I would like to address in this webinar. Portugal does not require you to renounce your original nationality when becoming Portuguese citizen. This makes it a great option for those who want to maintain the existing passport while obtaining a Portuguese one. Unlike many other resident citizenship programs, Portugal has a relatively low physical presence requirement. The big issue now, and the good news that we have to share, is the 5-year period. The 5-year clock starts counting when you officially submit your residency application to the government. So the earlier you submit, the sooner your citizenship, you can apply for citizenship. To qualify for citizenship, you need to have the basic proficiency in Portuguese. It can be done in 2 ways, either passing the SIPL A2 level of Portuguese, which is a beginning level certification, or completing the SIPL language exam. So both are acceptable for the citizenship application. If you're applying for citizenship with your Golden Visa, you need to keep your investment. So the qualifying investment that you will choose, you will need to keep until you actually have the passport in your hand. So the processing time, this is the big factor that I also want to address. Portugal's Golden Visa program has faced significant delays in recent years, with some applicants waiting for more than 3 years. I would actually say even 4 years to receive their residence permit in their hand. To address this issue, IMA, which is the Immigration Office, has introduced new measures to streamline the process. As of January this year, IMA implemented a digital application system, replacing outdated paper-based process. This upgrade aims to improve efficiency. IMA, due to the backlog that there is, has also made an important change to say that the 5-year clock towards citizenship counts much sooner. So as soon as you submit your application. So for those of you that the ultimate goal is citizenship, then the wait time that you're going to experience is not wasted, has not gone to waste. So this means that you don't lose the time while waiting to be approved. These reforms should provide greater clarity, faster processing for those seeking residency and citizenship program in Portugal. Portugal has several, 5 different investment options to choose from, but the most popular options today are the investment funds, the venture capital funds, the most sought after route. You're required to spend 500,000 euros in a Portuguese private equity or venture capital fund. These funds support industries such as technology, renewable energy, infrastructure, providing investors with a hands-off approach while offering potential returns. And then you've got the contribution. The contribution is a lower threshold, 250, into our Portuguese cultural heritage, arts, and this also qualifies for the program. Of course, it's non-recoverable. We say contribution, but it's actually a donation. And that's also one of the ways that you can apply for the Golden Visa. Other investment options, such as business investment, the job creation, the scientific research contributions are also available, but are less commonly chosen. Okay, and that leaves me for Portugal. We will have a Q&A at the end and happy to answer your questions. Thank you. On to you, Niels.
Thank you, Emmy. It was a good presentation. I still think that this option of getting citizenship in 5 or 6 years is just fantastic, because I don't know any other residence program where is something even close to that. For example, for Latvia, which we'll now speak, you need to wait 10 years until get citizenship. And from out of these 10 years, 8 years you need to spend in a country. So it's a huge way, a long way to the citizenship. So yeah, but as a residence program, it's really good. I think we now can go through it. So the capital of Latvia is Riga. And comparing to my colleagues' represented countries, Greece and Portugal, Latvia is really much less known. Yeah, and our state authorities do not promote the country much, but it also brings some benefits because it's really very safe, not crowded country, and one of the greenest areas in Europe with a very high level of ecology. And I think, yeah, we can start. Maybe I will tell a little bit more about country because it's really less known than others represented today. So Latvia is one of the 3 Baltic states located in the north part of Europe. And we are located near the coast of Baltic Sea. And we border with Estonia, Russia, and Lithuania. Nearly a third of our population, which is in total around just 2 million people, is living in Riga, the capital of country. And Riga is, believe me or not, but it's the oldest existing medieval city and founded in 1201. And we also are included in UNESCO list of world's most important cultural and natural sites. As well, we have over 500 kilometers of coast, and we have tons of wonderful beaches. Unfortunately, comparing to Portugal and Greece, the sunny period in summer is significantly shorter than in southern part of Europe. So you can enjoy a really good weather and summer from May to September. What is worth to mention is that we are not just a member of European Union, but also of NATO and the Council of Europe. And we have joined Eurozone already more than 10 years ago. So the official currency is euro. And last but not least is that we have the busiest and largest airport in the region. And we have over 140 direct flights in more than 40 countries. This means if you choose to proceed with Latvia program, it will be very flexible to plan your trip here. So here are just some pictures of nature. So you can see how north part of Europe looks like. And so which are reasons to choose a Latvia residence program? First of all, we are a part of European Union and Schengen zone, which means it not allows you not only to stay in Latvia, study, work, doing business here, but you can also enjoy freedom of travel all around the Europe, and you can stay up to 180 days per year in any European Union country. We have a really fast tracking application procedure and minimal bureaucratic requirements of the program. So in average, currently, our clients can get residency just 5 months after starting a process. We have really also attractive tax system, but as I'm not a tax advisor, I will not go deep into it. Yeah, and to get for you understanding about the geography, we are around 2 hours flight to all the Central Europe and 3.5 hour flights to the south part of Europe. The good thing about the program is that there is no presence required. But there is one thing which I want to say, that the residency is granted for 5 years. But the plastic residence cards, they are valid for 1 year. That means that at least once a year, you need to enter a country to renew your residency cards. So in fact, there are a requirement to visit a country once a year, but there are no some week, 2 or months, there are no requirements about staying. So it can be a visit for 1 day. And also a good thing is that the minimal investment starting just from 50,000 euros, which absolutely is the best price competitive offer in Europe. About the main things about the residence permit and conditions. As I already mentioned, you can enjoy freedom of staying in Latvia for unlimited time. You have access to the education system, healthcare system. You are free to do business and enjoy all the freedoms. Who can be included in the application? It's main applicant, spouse, and minor dependents under the 18 years of age. And to apply for temporary residence, all applicants must be in person. But there are 2 options. You can visit our country to submit your application for residency and we will assist locally. Or we can arrange for you a visit to any Latvian embassy around the world and you can submit application case in embassy and visit and come to Latvia only at the end of process to receive your residency cards. Yeah. There are 2 qualifying two investment options for Latvia residency program. Theoretically, there is a third, but we will not speak about it today. So the most price competitive option is investment into equity capital of Latvian companies. And Hellenian partners have quite unique offer because we already find for you a bunch of different companies where you can invest. We do DD checks on these companies, and so you can feel pretty safe from that point of view. It's not, what I here would like to mention is that it's not a classical type of investment where you can get interest, you can sell or buy shares at any moment, because the country put limit on such companies who give residency for their investors. And these requirements minimize the size of the companies where you can invest. So you cannot buy shares on a stock because middle business and big business don't qualify. Only small business and family businesses qualify for this program. And therefore, yeah, you initially invest 50,000 euros, and there are very individual conditions about what happens to your money. But what is the minimum is that companies guarantee buyback of your shares for 25,000 euros at any moment. So in a worst case scenario, you spend this only 25,000 on this investment. And if we add Henley and partner fees, state fees, the total cost of the program will not exceed 85,000 euros per 5 years. And as I already mentioned, 25,000 is what you can get back. And the other option is pretty simple. It's investment into the real estate. And minimum amount of investment is 250,000 euros. And what is worth to mention is that we just last month we signed an exclusive contract with one of the most popular local developers, Salena Developments. So I really recommend to look at this what they are offering. And to give you just an idea what you can get for 250,000 euros, I would say it's 65 to 70 square meters. Yeah, apartments. I'll not spend too much time on this slide. Here you just can see the timeline and the steps how you can move forward to get a residency in Latvia. So you can see that there are two different ways for a real estate option, but the only difference is a time when you are visiting Latvia or you are going to the embassy. But most important that you can see this time which you will consume, and altogether you can see that it's 4 months. As Latvian program is currently becoming more and more popular, our also local state authorities have more work to do. So now the time is extended to 5 to 5.5 months to obtain residency. And here is the timeline for company investment route. It's more simple and straightforward. At the beginning of the process, you choose a company where you are investing. We introduce you to the owners of companies. You have Zoom calls. They provide you with all financial data, answer your questions. You make a decision where to invest, and then it's quite straightforward. You make an investment. Our relationship managers help you to prepare a personal document package, and you submit a case in embassy or either in Riga, and the decision should follow in 30 days. But here we can speak very frankly and openly that now it's around 60 days. And that's when you visit Latvia and get residency in 5 days. So just to summarize it all I can say is that welcome to Latvia, one of the fastest and most competitive programs in Europe, one of the greenest areas, bridge between northeast and west parts of Europe, and also a really favorable tax system in Europe. So thank you very much, and I think we will now listen many interesting things and good about Greece. So I would like to pass the word to my colleague Elpida in Athens.
Thank you, Nils. Thank you. So good morning from Athens. My name is Elpida Theodoraki. I'm based in the Greek office, and I'm very excited for being here today and share with you valuable insights into the popular Greek Golden Visa program. So beautiful Greece is a 10 million population country. The economy is based on services, tourism, and industry. And beside the excellent Mediterranean environment and climate, sun and sea, food and culture, Greece can offer great investment opportunities and some very attractive tax benefits for someone who would like to relocate in. So let's now have an overview of the program that was officially launched in 2013 and enables non-EU nationals to acquire a permanent resident permit in Greece, renewable every 5 years. The main key benefit of the program is the very tempting timeline since the process lasts approximately 3 to 4 months, and the physical presence is required only once during the biometrics. So the whole process can be completed fully remotely. There is a big variety of real estate options that can be easily rented out to a third party. So the investor is gaining also a yield, approximately 3 to 4% annually. The resident permit is applicable for the main applicant, the spouse, children under 21 years old, parents, and parents-in-law. All family members have access to the public healthcare and education system in Greece, while they are able to apply for citizenship after 7 years of legal residence. Of course, all family members have the right of free movement in the European Schengen zone and unlimited stay in Greece. The economy at the moment is booming after the financial depression, and Greece became a success story. I can say that maybe is the most impressive worldwide in the last 10 years. A proof of this is the huge demand and the increased number of investors every year. Approximately almost 5,000 golden visa applications were submitted in 2024. Let's have a look now on the available investment options. The program requires one of the lowest minimum investment thresholds compared to other European programs. This is 250,000 euros. So for those who would like to invest in real estate, we have two different thresholds based on the location of the property. If the property is located in Attica region, this is the Athens, the capital city, or in Thessaloniki, the second biggest city of Greece, or in islands with more than 3,000 inhabitants, the minimum required threshold is 800. The investment should be made only in one property with a minimum size of 120 square meters. If the property is located in the rest mainland of Greece, or in a smaller island with less than 3,000 inhabitants, the minimum required threshold is 400. Again, the investment should be made in only one property with a minimum size of 120 square meters. However, regardless of the location and the size, there is a specialized investment that requires minimum required 250. In this case, the applicant should acquire a unit from a commercial building that will be converted to residential or from a restored listed building. I would like to clarify that only the developers are involved and responsible to fulfill and complete the process of the reconstruction and conversion. So in the end of the day, the applicant acquires a ready-delivered residential unit. For those who are interested in financial investments, we have three options available. First and most popular option is the term deposit with a minimum amount of 500K to a Greek bank account of at least 1 year duration with a standing order of renewal. Secondly, the applicant can invest minimum 500K to government bonds with a remaining maturity of at least 3 years, again through a Greek bank account. And lastly, the investor may invest minimum 350K to mutual funds. This will be a purchase of shares or stocks or an alternative investment fund established in Greece or in another European country, of course dedicated to invest in Greece. And here you can see a map of Greece in which we have marked some main locations in order to understand the different investment zones. In red color, you can see locations that are under 800 threshold. This is Attica region in the center, Athens, Thessaloniki in North Greece, and some big popular islands like Crete Island in the south, Aegean Sea, we have the Kyklados complex, Santorini, Mykonos, Paros, Naxos. On the west side of Greece, we have the Ionian Islands, like Corfu, Lefkada, Kefalonia, and Zakynthos. And all the rest locations, the rest mainland of Greece and the smaller islands are under 400 threshold. Of course, remember that you can invest with minimum threshold of 250 all over the Greece, regardless of the location, if you choose to invest in a unit from a commercial building that will be converted to residential. So that's all from my side. I want to thank you for your attention and for joining this webinar. Of course, me and the Greek team, we're looking forward to support your investments in Greece. Thank you very much, Annie. Thank you very much, Niels. And waiting for your questions in the chat.
Okay, so the first question here is the meeting being transcribed? Yes, it is. There's a recording, and as you've registered, you will receive the recording. I've got a question here about Portugal. Is the A2 level Portuguese exam or simple language course of the 150 hours required for people investing? If you want to apply for citizenship, you need to have the language requirement. If you're not applying for citizenship, you do not need to learn the language. So if you want to continue with your golden visa, of course, you need to maintain the investment, maintain the mandatory stay requirement, but you do not need to learn Portuguese. Any other questions? Just to clarify that you will be receiving this recording, please do reach out to us on an email. As Niels mentioned, we've got 60 offices around the world. There's always a client advisor in your jurisdiction that will give you an overview of these 3 or more programs that you are interested in. So please do not hesitate to reach out to Henny and Partners around the world. If there's no more questions, we will end the session. And once again, thank you very much for attending. Thank you for your time and wishing you a good day, good evening ahead.
Thank you to everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.